Hey, we're back for episode 2 with Christoph Frank, our senior acoustic engineer here at Austrian Audio, and we discussed a bit about recovering our old Anechoic Chamber and bringing it now to the new home of Viennese audio excellence here at Austrian Audio. Not speaking excellence, but audio excellence. And he's going to talk a bit more about why we need this kind of isolation, why we go through the expense of installing basically a room within a room, and how the isolation is achieved, some of the tools that the engineers specify to be done in order to achieve that, and how good the isolation needs to be. So let's step through with the first part. Why is this isolation necessary?
Well, especially if you have, like here in an urban area, we are in Vienna, your measurement room here, you have a noise from the street and so on, so you want to make sure your room is well isolated, because you want to measure microphones, especially the self noise of microphones. And so you need to make sure your room is quieter than the self noise of the microphone.
Okay. So how is this achieved?
Well, basically we are building a room within a room, as you said, Kent, and we're doing this by a special drywall shell. So you have two drywalls glued together, and this results in a very unresonant plate. You can hear it hardly resonates. And also you have a lot of foam material of different densities behind the walls, and that's why we're doing this.
So you were talking about different densities. I noticed that we have one type here, and I think you were saying on the other wall,
right,
facing the factory side, it's an entirely different type.
Right. So here behind that there's another warehouse, and we are having a special density wool here on this side, and here we have a different type of density. So it's optically different and works in different ways, and you also can see here that we have much more space for the dampening material.
Definitely true.
And of course the ceiling is still missing, and the wall here, that will be constructed in the same way.
Okay, so once all the gear is moved in, we're going to close this up.
Right.
All right, great. And last question, I guess, here on this part is, how good does the isolation need to be?
So our goal is to have the room itself at around 20 dBA SBL. The reason why 20 dBA is enough is because we are building our own measurement box, which we will keep you updated on. And this box alone achieves 40 dB of isolation. So if you have 20 dB SBLA here and 40 dB of isolation, you're good enough to measure all the microphones on the market.
Hey, tell us a little bit more about that box, because we talked in the early days of Austrian Audio releasing as much as we can as open source. Right. So you guys designed and built a measurement box, and you're going to release the plans on our website. So, right.
It's a quite low-cost solution, actually. We're working with different impedance jumps between hard material and air, and it will give you guys the opportunity to build one yourself if you want to measure our microphones.
Excellent. Cool. Thanks. Episode 3 coming up.